everybody, welcome back to another GPU-P video. We'll be working with the streaming app called RainWay because it is the easiest thing I can think of. And wow, I didn't realize all the videos in the background. Sorry, get so distracted. But so we're gonna go over the start of setting up HyperV and go straight into it. So first things first, you must have Windows 10 Pro, Windows 10 Enterprise or Education to get HyperV on Windows 10 2004 or 20H2, sorry. So we'll go to Control Panel, go to Programs, turn on Windows Features, and select HyperV. Okay, they'll probably ask you to restart, so be aware of that. So then, next, we're going to open up our HyperV Manager here. So, to help you out, I would highly recommend you go into Virtual Switch Manager and then make a new virtual switch, an external switch, and select your network adapter, and then hit OK or hit apply, and it will put it in this list out here. I just have it out, so I'm going to hit cancel. So we're going to do new virtual machine. So I don't have to do it again. I just got one created, so it's easier to show what we're going to do at the end here as a freebie. So we go next. We're going to do VM1. And I'll skip this part, but I'm going to save it in a different location that actually has space. Alright, I would say Generation 2 on the next page. Gives you better hardware support and virtualization features. And here I'm just going to give it 10 gigs of RAM because I could do that. So I'm going to select my out switch so it's external, and I'm going to leave that the same. And next we're going to install this. Alright, so we got the ISO file selected. We're going to hit next, hit finish. Alright, now that issue's out of the way. Yeah, I forgot to delete the old folder because I was testing it before I did this. Okay, so next we are going to finish. Alright, so if you're not familiar with HyperV, it will select one virtual processor by default. So we're going to increase this to actually 6 because I can do that. I would recommend 4 cores if you have it per VM. So I'm going to uncheck checkpoints because that was something that was recommended to me to do. And apply there. Also, when you right click on your host machine, you have to go to HyperV settings and disable enhanced session mode because I was told it was also going to cause problems. And so far, without enhanced session mode, I've seen less issues lately too, so we're going to go with that. So, now that out of the way, I will go through the painstaking work of setting up Windows 10 again, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we are now on the virtual machine after it got installed. So first off, you're not going to immediately see any GPU showing up yet. So what we got to do, so if we go back to my instructions sheet, we're going to need to grab some DDL files and drivers out of your System32 folder. And oh wait, never mind. I thought I mistyped. So yeah, that's correct. So what we're gonna need to do first is grab that folder. Okay, I got to grab that folder out of the file repository. So over here, we're gonna go to our C drive. We're gonna go to Windows, System 32, where's driver? Driver store, file repository, and we're gonna search up this. Oh, whoops. There we go. So this is it. And we're going to copy that out of there so we got it. And I put it already in my RTX 2070 folder. And the rest of these DDLs listed into this document here, you'll have to go back to the System 32 folder and search those up one at a time. Yeah. So, I mean, since I'm using a different file explorer, it's going to look a little different. You're going to get probably like 2 or 3 of them. You want to make sure it says System 32 on location. Or it might work either way, but yeah, that's how that works. So, once you have them all copied, have them stored somewhere so you can retrieve them on the virtual machine, yeah, like it's easy to guess. The thing is gonna die in the next week, so I'm not gonna keep that. So, all right, my drivers folder. Copy this. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. All right, so we go to C, Windows, System 32, paste. Now, I'm gonna have to make a folder or 2. Oh, where is it? So we're on the virtual machine gonna have to make these 2 folders out of System 32, host driver store and file repository. So we're inside System 32. Gonna make a new folder. Hey, this is your editor-in-chief. You know when you forget to proofread your work? Yeah, so you're supposed to follow the instructions, and I completely disregarded my own instructions. So we're gonna get back to this. File repository, and we're gonna copy our NV display inf folder. Oh wait, I can't do that. I forgot. I can't copy paste inside of HyperV like that. It's not remote desktop. Yeah. So we're gonna let that happen. So next, we will have to copy. Alright, so we're going to go back to our transfers folder here. Now, for what I'm going to do, I'm going to install DirectX and such, just so that's out of the way. And we're going to install Unigine Engine. So, one thing you're going to notice, there's going to be no audio on the virtual machine, because we do not have any audio. So what I'm going to use is something called VB cable, and there's probably going to be photo overlaying. We're going to download that. So we got an audio out. Install drive. Oh, whoops. Gonna run as admin. Alright. Hit install. And it's done. Alright, so while that installs, I'm going to get Unigine installed. Alright, so we're back. And so you're going to notice we didn't restart the machine yet. It's still going to say Microsoft HyperV Video Adapter. We're going to have to shut this virtual machine down so we can actually partition the graphics card. So one thing we'll need, we're going to need PowerShell, our good friend PowerShell. And we're going to use this format of a setup. So it's going to have partition of your VRAM. So if you have 8 gigs, you can set up. It's sort of weird. So here it's gonna kind of give you like a. So think of it as 100%. You're gonna have to do your calculations on how much VRAM you want to divide. And I would say the optimal VRAM partition part, you wanna like -1 at under the max, so we know it uses it. Under the encode, you're gonna have to kind of play around with it. But if you want to use what I have, that's fine. Decode, you can probably you can set them all the same, where it has that. I don't know how to pronounce that, but just basically whatever you set your maximum here, kind of follow the same way through. To give an example, I'm going to use this as my config. So if you want to give this a shot, because this is almost basically a partitioning half of the graphics card, some VRAM, so we can run 2 of them because I got another one running. This I really haven't had any issues yet with this setup like this, so we're gonna keep it like that. So our name for the VM is VM1. We're going to keep that the same. We're going to copy all that. And sometimes it just wants to fight with it. So then we're just going to right click if it will let. Alright, I probably cut ahead because I had some issues trying to copy and paste it. So when you initially it says remove graphics adapter or GPU partition adapter, you got to get that because there's nothing actually assigned to it yet. And then we're going to add the graphics card adapter. Then it's going to partition all of it. And at the end of it, we can just hit enter. Oh, come on. And it should be starting. We're going to go back. Alright, after that reboot, we should have liftoff. Good, nothing is wrong. We have a 2070 partitioned, and we can tell it's partitioned if we go to settings here, system, advanced display settings, display adapter. Interesting that it included 8 gigs. I don't know why, but I know that's not right. Okay, so we're gonna go to RainWay RainWay Gaming. Get RainWay, download now, start it. While that's doing that, I'm going to start up VM2. It's almost pretty much just run setup and it works. That's all it does. But you're gonna need to fill out like an email address, and I will skip ahead so you don't bomb my email. Alright, it's been put in. Go to VM2 and get that going. And this one also has a RTX 2070. I don't really know where to find that. Let me see here. If I go to settings, that one also does. Okay, I guess I don't know what the heck I'm doing when I say partitioning a graphics card. So, okay, so, right, we're gonna. Okay, so if you did install that virtual audio cable, you're gonna have nothing show up in the cable thing here. So we're going to check our settings, make sure hardware encoders are showing up. You can probably use either one of them. It's capturing our HyperV monitor display. Yep. So if you are going to use a headless graphics card or monitorless remote machine, yeah, you're gonna need a dongle or headless dongle in the back of the graphics card, or it will not actually stream. I'm going to see what happens when I plug in more than one headless monitor DisplayPort dongle, because I don't have I only have HDMI one, so it might find another video on that later, or some update in the description on that. So yes, we will add our shortcut. I can't even spell. Okay. Alright, both VMs are set up to stream. I can't even spell the benchmark name. Oh, whatever. Event. Have. Oh, let's do Microsoft Solitaire. Okay, so what we're going to do here, again, I'm going to have to log in. Alrighty then, we are now showing both of our virtual machines. I forgot to rename them, but just to prove that these are both of the machines, I'll let you pause the video and read that for yourselves, because that's just going to take too much to spell out. Okay, so we're going to go to that one, copy, paste into a new tab. So we're going to try, I'm going to try carefully maneuvering these things. We're going to launch have here, have in there. Hit agree. So full screen HyperV is sort of a no-go. Don't do it, because it'll just give you a black screen, I think. Okay, so we're gonna hit run on that one. Hit run on that one. All right. So to show you this, so both of the VMs are running the benchmark. Both getting about 60 frames at 1080p, which is quite nice. Oh crap. No wonder why it's running better. I forgot to do one thing. I forgot to enable tessellation. And that's not what I want to do. Okay. So both of these virtual machines are getting about, I don't know why that one's running a lot faster, but this one's sort of lagging behind, but this is not actually horrible. Maybe a few frame stuttering, but I'm probably gonna have the video sound muted, but yeah, I'm listening to violin galore. But 90%. So it is video encoding. It is decoding. We have fully working 2 virtual machines streaming. This is actually not bad. So this can be considered 2 gamers, 1 GPU officially. Okay, so to show something, we're going to close out one of them. Come on. Alright, so if I go to, actually, that's quite weird. The GPU memory never actually broke half of it. I guess I don't know why that is, but okay. But anyway, it is not breaking the bank when it comes to actually running these 2 virtual machines, so that's actually nice to see. Alright. Well, guys, that is a tutorial for you on HyperV GPU-P with RainWay streaming. So let me know how you guys make out with this. I am quite curious to hear if people put in the comments if they actually decided to try this out, because it's actually not horrible. I do strongly recommend you consider what you're doing with this, because this is not an official release of GPU-P. I mean, it might be in Windows 10, but there's literally no documentation on how to actually run this properly. So, yeah, use at your own discretion. Follow your end user license agreement if you're doing this in official capacity. So, please consider that. But other than that, good luck with this and peace.